Please subscribe to help you and your motorcycle perform better.
Hey everyone, I'm Bill. I'm with the Blasting Lab, and today we're giving you a little tour of our shop here on the dry ice blasting. Now, I'm fortunate enough to have the pleasure of doing Dave Moss's Aprilia. You guys are going to see this here in a second. But we actually have up on the lift Bogna's V2. Now, this bike isn't really that dirty, but we're going to give you guys an example. The back chain really needs to be cleaned up, so we're going to give you an example here later. But I wanted to share with you guys what system that I use and why this system is a little bit different than what you may have seen, or if you've heard of dry ice blasting, what makes this system different. Now, this is a Cold Jet PCS 60, and it is strictly a dry ice blasting machine. And what's nice about this machine is I can adjust it, like the particle size and pressure size, tons. So very adjustable, and we've got two guns. This is actually very nice. This is the ones that we use for the motorcycles because it's got a small nozzle. It's real nice and manageable. But what's cool about this is dry ice. You guys probably know dry ice of the big blocks of dry ice. And this is actually called dry ice rice. And dry ice rice is minus 100 degrees. So that's why I'm keeping it moving, because if I just had this in my hand, it'll actually burn me. It's 3 millimeters. So this machine will cut down sizes from 3 millimeters down to 0.3 millimeters. So it's very adjustable in size-wise. A motorcycle uses about 20 pounds of ice, which is about 4 of these scoops. These are about 5 pounds of scoop. And we load it up in the hopper. So you'll see here, we've got a hopper with ice in there. And this feeds it through and gets us our results. Now, one of the big things of what the drive is for this is over here. And this is the Atlas Copco screw drive compressor, 180 CFM screw drive compressor, which goes through a filter tank, which siphons out all the water into our 400-gallon wet tank. Now, this tank has wet air in it, and we've got 2 wet filters in it. Then it goes into a desiccant dryer. The desiccant dryer is kind of like those food packets that they tell you not to eat. This is full of that, and it absorbs all of the moisture out of it and then sends it over to this tank, and this tank holds 400 gallons of the driest air that you can find on Earth. It is very, very dry. Then we have a 1-inch line that goes all the way to the system and pushes it out. So you can see, yeah, so this, if you absolutely no water, there's no moisture at all. So it's a very, very dry system. So we're gonna go ahead and do a little example on the back of the chain to kind of show you, because that's the messiest of this bike. It's a brand new bike almost, but we'll show you that, and then we'll reveal to you guys Dave Moss's Aprilia. If you guys know Dave Moss, well, I saw Dave in the Aprilia back last year, and I told Dave, I says, Dave, I gotta clean your bike. Please let me clean your bike. I saw your MV Agusta today, by the way, and it will be next up to be cleaned. So, yeah, let's go ahead and cut over to getting the rear done of the V2. All right, so what we're gonna do is you can see the chain and sprocket, and it's not horrible, but you can see all of the oil and chain lube on here. So what we're gonna do is we'll start at the top and we'll start to rotate this through, And once we're done with the sprocket, we'll go ahead and do the chain, which is actually really, you'll see that. So go ahead and see here. See immediately, and then let's go ahead and watch the chain here. And I'm just going to basically pull the trigger and move the chain, and it's, by the time it gets down here, you're going to see pure gold. So if you guys ask yourself, does this harm the chain? Are you so we're not taking any of the chain lube off. So the lube all stays here. All we're simply doing is cleaning the surface of the chain, which is what we want to see clean, right? But you can see how nice and brilliantly clean the thing is. So these are some areas right here. So this will be a blast to see, no pun intended. But this is all chain lube in there. You cannot get that clean. Ready? So then we can go. This is real nice. Another tough area to clean. One last fun spot that I like to point out is the chain adjuster. Actually, come right here, Dave, and come straight into the chain adjuster.
Oh, yeah. All right.
That's it. So it's all safe on paint and carbon fiber. Basically, the only thing that it doesn't like is foam. All right, so here is Dave's Aprilia RSV4, and like I said, I mean, you walked in and you said just...
I was gobsmacked.
Wow.
Literally.
What's very, very cool, and what's the biggest thing that people notice on dirty bikes is your brake calipers. And look how clean and new those things look. And...
well, with these wheels in particular,
yes,
because you got to get in there with a toothbrush and
Correct.
WD-40, and you
Right.
spend hours getting them clean, and you can never, ever get it like that.
And even if you take your caliper off and you clean it, you'll never get it as clean as the dry ice. Like, I mean, I almost would rather, when I'm doing a brake job, take my calipers off, bring them here, clean them, and so. But everything down to the engine and the casings, you can see how clean the frame and the casings got. Let's ignore that.
No, that's a badge of honor.
But
it wasn't done by me, so it doesn't matter.
But I can tell you, when I started to work on this had still dirt and debris in it, and now you can barely tell that it's there. But look at the casing and look at the oil pan.
Especially down here.
Yeah.
All of this was so caked, and it looks literally brand new, like the exhaust through here. It has come back to blue again because it was so covered in stuff. The other piece that everybody misses also is the shock linkage under here.
Yep, correct.
That gets so
And back
full.
in here. and back in
So
here, all
bad.
of this, look how clean this is. I mean, and all the way down, it's just, and the shock on the other side, and of
Yeah.
course you guys just saw the chain and sprocket, which of course we've done on here. So I love it. I absolutely fell in love with this technology when I saw it, and I couldn't be happier to be able to offer this service. So it's pretty amazing.
The other piece is the back of the bike, especially up in here, aggregates a lot of dust and dirt.
Yeah.
And a ton in here, so your electrical cables look terrible. But being so safe to blast everything out, even the fuse box, there's nothing to worry about. And all the marks from where the seat was sitting are gone.
And it's safe, again, you know, to reiterate how safe it is that it's safe on all electronics. I actually use it on my medical refurbishing side of my business, where we can actually clean motherboards with this technology. That's how safe it is on electronics. So yeah, I mean, you got a new battery. I put that in for you.
Yeah. No receipt needed.
Yeah. So it's amazing. So thanks, Dave, for giving me the opportunity to clean your bike as always.
you.
I
I guess the MV is coming.
The MV, when it gets back together, we will see it back here at the blasting line.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Dave.
God, this is it's literally stunning. So if you have the opportunity and you're close by the Vacaville or NorCal area, look up the blasting lab, make an appointment, bring your bike in. You know why? Because it might get you another $1,000 to get it this clean. Or even better, you might not sell it. You might fall in love with it again and go, you know, I'm going to keep this. It's going nowhere. Because literally I'm seeing this now because I was ready to sell it and I'm going, I don't know, because it's so beautiful. It's amazing. Amazing.
I've never seen Dave in my life speechless. That's it.